Disclaimer: this is an imaginary story. Please don't relate it with any idol or any other person. It's nothing related to anyone's life. It's pure work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. Whatever pics are shown in this story, they all have been taken from Google and Pinterest. The credit for them goes to their real owner. Storyline and voice are mine, so please don't copy that. In the dark club, a man first time entered in the world where there was no value of life. Everything was for sale. In the darkness, he was taken to a table where a man was already waiting for him. He sat on his chair and said, "John, why did you urgently call me here? You know, I left my very important business party. I wonder what happened that you called me in such a hurry. After coming here, I came to know that you were drinking and enjoying the dance here peacefully." June, while sipping his drink, chill Yungi, passed him another glass of drink. Drink. Yungi, to the hell with your chill, Kim Namjoon. You scared me to the death. June, now that you have come here, wait a while. Yungi, I don't have any time for your nonsense clubbing and dancing. June, do you think I came here for enjoying dance and drink? Yungi, of course you have come here for enjoyment. June, Ginny will kill me. By the way, my Ginny is better dancer than these fragile girls. Yungi, by sipping his drink, I thought he was a doctor. June, he is a doctor for everyone, but for me, he is my everything. Yungi, come to the point. What did you call me here? And what's this place? Why here is so darkness? June, it's the biggest mafia auction market. Yungi, mafia auction market? What's this? June, just like a normal auction, it's a mafia auction. In normal auction, people bid for expensive and rare items. Same as in mafia auction, people bid for mafia related items. Here you will get quality in a cheaper rate. Yungi, okay, but why did you call me here? You are a mafia, not me. June, you are a businessman. I want you to bid for me. I don't have any knowledge about land and buildings. Yungi, okay. Soon auction had started and everyone started bidding. June was bidding for mafia related things and Yungi was bidding for commercial things. Crowds mumbling, hammer hitting the podium, and auctioneers sold were echoing in the club. Soon auctioneer announced another item and presented it to the crowd, seeing which Yungi was shocked and asked for June. Auctioneer, next. Lot number 37, a rare catch, a young, beautiful, healthy boy. Starting bid is $50K. Yungi, shocked. What? Stood up. June grabbed his hand and made him sit again. Sit here, what are you doing? Standing up means you are interested to buy him. Yungi, what's this nonsense? You told me this is mafia auction, but here they are auctioning a living human. June, it's also the part of auction. Mafia buy human for their pleasure. Yungi looked at June. Disgusting. June, why are you looking at me like this? I'm not going to buy any human. I only came here to buy things. Yungi heard a small babies crying and found it in Steve's curtain. A woman was holding it and it was crying his lungs out. Why is baby crying? June, maybe this boy was related to baby. Yungi, so if anyone buy the boy takes baby too. June, no, they will kill the baby. Babies aren't any use of them. They will take a human with themselves. Yungi, more shocked. What? How can you do this? It's wrong. June, in mafia world nothing is wrong. Here is no ethics. Whatever is useful for them, it's right. Yungi, such a monster. And why is this boy not able to stand straight by his own? June, he must be denying or forcefully sold for auction, so they gave him drugs. Yungi, is there anything which left in your monster's world? I can't bear this. The baby is crying so much. Auctioneer, so 450k dollar one, 450k dollar two, 450k. Yungi stood up. $1 million. I want him along with the baby. June, please hold the bid. We want few times for discussion. Auctioneer, sure. Yungi looked at June. Why did you hold the bid? June, are you mad? You want to buy him with a baby? Yungi, I won't. June, you can't buy him. Yungi, why can't I? I will pay the amount. June, this auction is only for mafias. You aren't a mafia. You can't buy anything. Yungi, fine. So you buy them, I will pay you. June, are you mad? I can't buy them. Yungi, why? You are a certified mafia. June, I'm already married. If Jenny finds out I brought a boy, then he wouldn't take much time to kill me by his bare hands and bleed my ears by his raps. Yungi, I will talk with him. Now buy them for me. Yungi forced June to buy the boy along with his baby and safely brought them in his luxurious mansion. He put the boy to bed and tried to calm his baby down. Yungi covered the boy by the blanket and started rocking the baby. You tiny baby, why are you crying this much? See, I brought you in my house. You are safe here. You don't need to worry. See, your face turned so red. You can lose your voice. You looked down at his chest. What the? Do you think I'm your personal toilet where you can pee? Baby started crying more loudly by hearing Yungi's loud voice. No, 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 no. Don't cry. I'm your personal toilet. You can pee on me, okay? Now don't cry. Let's go. I will wipe you. Don't cry. You are looking like a monkey, not a human. He wiped him from wet wipes and removed his wet clothes. Now he couldn't leave him like this, but he didn't have any soft clothes to wrap him in that. He checked his whole clothes, but he didn't find any single soft cloth. At that moment, he was so mad at himself. He touched the boy and found his shirt was soft. He quickly removed his shirt and made him wear his hoodie. He wrapped the baby in boy's shirt and again took him in his arms. Yungi, now why are you crying? Hugged him near his chest. Don't cry. I don't understand the meaning of your crying. Baby's mouth touched Yungi's chest and he started sucking his. So you are hungry? When milk didn't come out, baby started crying more loudly. Wait, I will solve your problem. He came to living room and sat on the couch with baby. He opened his laptop and opened the side of baby store. He found variety of milks. He didn't understand which milk he should buy. Hyungi looked at baby. I didn't know milk has these many varieties. Showed baby to laptop screen. Tell me which one you want to drink. This one, or this one? Baby cried more loudly. Okay, okay, I got it. Don't curse. So store's number. I should call to store. Receptionist. Hello sir, how may I help you? Hyungi. Hello, I want a milk. This monkey is crying since a long time. Receptionist. Monkey? Sorry sir, we don't have milk for monkey. You should check any pet shop. Hyungi. No, 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 it's human baby, but he turned so red like monkey. Receptionist. Oh, okay. Can you tell me how old is baby? Hyungi looked at baby. Monkey is almost from my elbow to fingertips old. Receptionist smiled. I understood. You don't know anything. Can you turn the call in video call and show me baby? Hyungi. Oh yeah, wait. Switch the video call. See, here is monkey. Receptionist. He is around 2 weeks old. You need infant formula, newborn stage, bottle and sterilizer, diaper, new baby born size, baby wipes, and a soft blanket and burp clothes. Some soft clothes, hat, mitten, socks. Hyungi. Hey, can you send everything which is needed for monkey and deliver as soon as possible? Monkey is crying from so long. I will pay you at home. Receptionist. Sure sir, tell me your address. We will try to deliver the things as soon as possible. Hyungi. Thank you so much. Told him his address. Can you stay at call and tell me what should I do? How do I stop monkeys crying? Receptionist. Sure sir. Receptionist was a middle-aged woman. She was already a mom, so she taught Hyungi few methods to stop babies crying. She sang a lullaby and finally baby slept. Hyungi sighed in relief. Once his order delivered and he paid the bill. Receptionist taught him about all the products and taught him how to prepare milk too. He fed baby milk and thanked to receptionist. Time skipped after 3 days. Boy woke up and stretched his arm to find his baby, but when he didn't find him, he opened his eyes. He started checking the baby in whole mansion, but couldn't find him anywhere. There was no one in the house. He saw Hyungi in backyard talking in the call, so he ran there and asked him about his son. Hyungi looked at him and cut the call. Boy, cookie, cookie, hey you, where is my cookie? Hyungi, I will call you after some times. Cut the call and looked at boy. Oh, you woke up? Good. Boy, where is my cookie? Hyungi, shh, stop shouting. You want cookies? We don't have cookies, but I will order for you. Don't worry. Boy, I'm not talking about cookies. I'm talking about Cookie, my son. Where is he? Hyungi, oh, so you are talking about monkey. He's here, see? He stretched his hoodie from its neck and showed him a baby sleeping peacefully in against his bare stomach. He was carefully holding the baby from his one hand. Boy looked at baby and got shocked. Boy, Cookie, what are you doing with my son? Yungi, shh, don't shout. By great difficulty, monkey slept. You will woke him up. Boy, I don't care. Return my son. Yungi, first go and freshen up. Boy, no, I want my son. Yungi, you already checked him. He's sleeping peacefully. Go and freshen up. You can take clothes from my wardrobe. Looked at boy. Don't just stand. Sooner you will go, sooner you will get your son. After few minutes, boy came back in Yungi's oversized clothes. Yungi gave him baby. He was hugging his baby and talking with him. Yungi came there while holding his breakfast tray and got witness the most beautiful view. Boy, Cookie, Mama is so sorry. Mama left you alone, but now Mama is here. Mama won't go anywhere. Cookie will stay with Mama. Booped his nose with Cookie's tiny nose. What happened? Why are you scrunching your nose? Rubbed his tiny fingers. Yungi smiled. Monkey didn't like sunlight. Put him in your hoodie. He likes to stay against the stomach. Boy looked at Yungi with confused eyes. Hmm? Yungi placed the breakfast tray on the table. Wait, let me show you. Pulled hoodie's waistband and covered it with Cookie. Done. You can check monkey through your neck. He liked darkness. Boy looked at him. How do you know? Yungi. From past 3 days he is with me. I know his habit. By the way, I'm Min Yungi. It's my mansion. You must be hungry. Have your breakfast. Boy, I'm Park Jimin. Thank you so much for breakfast. Yungi, no problem. Doctor already checked you and monkey. You both are fine. Doctor told me to put monkey in mild sunlight, but he didn't like sunlight, so I hide him in my hoodie. By this he got darkness and sunlight both. Jimin, oh, thank you so much. We will soon leave. Yungi, no need. You both can stay here. I'm staying here alone, so I won't mind to share this mansion with you two. Monkey is so small, you shouldn't take him anywhere. Jimin, that's so sweet of you. Started eating his breakfast. Yungi, do you want to call to your family and inform them? Jimin stopped eating and looked at Yungi. I don't have any family. Yungi, oh, why did you stop eating? Eat. By the way, who are you? Is monkey your son? Do you know I brought you two from Mafia's auction? How did you reach there? Jimin looked at Yungi. My husband was the Mafia king. During the mission, he died. Rival Mafia's men attacked on our home. I don't remember what happened next. Yungi, oh, so sad. Didn't your husband do the arrangement of your safety? Jimin, he did, but you know nothing is secured in Mafia's life. Enemies are everywhere. You can't escape from them. Yungi, leave it. You are safe here. You can live here. Jimin, thank you, but I don't want to be burden on you. I will leave as soon as possible. Yungi, I'm fine. I'm living here alone. It's good if I will get company. And anyways, I was searching a trustworthy and loyal person to take care of my house when I'm not here. Jimin, how do you know I'm trustworthy and loyal? You don't know anything about me. Yungi, I just hope resting in your hands. You will take care of my house, and as a salary, you can stay here with Monkey. Your food and other things are also included in your salary. What do you say about this deal? Jimin, that's not bad. Okay, deal. Jungi, you did a great deal. By the way, it's Monkey's milk time. I will bring his bottle. Jimin, how do you know? Jungi, I recorded his time. Doctor told me Monkey needs to feed in every 2 hours. Jimin, why are you calling my son Monkey? Jungi, have you seen his face when he cries? He turned whole monkey. His face turned so red. His tiny tongue starts vibrating. He cries his lungs out, but surprisingly, not a single tear appears. Only tail is left, otherwise, he is a complete monkey. Cookie started crying. See, monkey starts crying. Left to bring his milk bottle. Jimin pulled out Cookie from his hoodie and looked at Cookie's red face. He isn't wrong though. Stood up and started rocking. Cookie, don't cry. Yoongi called you monkey. Don't prove him right. Yoongi came back with milk bottle. I'm right, I don't need to prove it. Gave Jimin milk bottle. Feed him. Jimin, thank you. Took the bottle from his hand. Yoongi, see, now first he will lick the bottle, then smacking his lips to drink. See, he took out his tiny tongue. He sleeps 18 hours in a day. I checked. He only sleep, feed, wake up, and in between wet me too. Jimin was looking at Yoongi, who was smiling and excitedly telling Jimin about Cookie's routine. In just 3 days, he learned Cookie's all the routine. He very closely observed Cookie. Whenever Cookie did what he told, he proudly laughed like he won any medal. Jimin smiled to see Yoongi's gummy smile. Jimin talked with each other and tried to know about each other more. Time skipped after 5 months. 5 months happily passed in a blink of eye. Yunmin were happy with each other. Cookie became so playful. It was early morning. Yoongi had a very important meeting. Jimin woke up Yoongi, but he still hadn't woken up. Jimin left Cookie on Yoongi's bed with instruction to wake him up. Cookie was laying on his stomach near Yoongi's face and bubbling something. When Yoongi didn't wake up, he pulled Yoongi's cheek in his mouth and started giving him wet kisses. He bit Yoongi's nose too with his toothless mouth while making sound like da. Finally, Yoongi opened his eyes and found Cookie near his face. He was hugging hungrily, looking at Yoongi with his cute big doe eyes, pressed lips, and chubby cheeks. Yoongi, monkey, you again came here to ruin my sleep. Go back and let me sleep. Cookie, ba. Jimin came there. Yoongi, have you woken up? Patted Cookie's head. Good work, Cookie. Looked at Yoongi. Now get up, Yoongi. Your secretary called me 12 times to ask about you. Your breakfast is almost ready. You have very important meeting. Looked at Yoongi, who said while closing his eyes, did you listen me? Yoongi, yes, I listened. Jimin, don't sleep again. Left. Yoongi, whatever. Again led to sleep. Jimin shouted from kitchen, Yoongi! Yoongi, yeah, I have already gone for ready. He ran to washroom but again came back after hearing Cookie's loud bubbles. He picked him in his arms and went to washroom. There, Yoongi was getting ready, and here Jimin was serving the breakfast. Soon, Yoongi came there with Cookie. They both were informal. Yoongi, good morning. Jimin, good morning. Turned to Yoongi. Why did you ready Cookie? Is he also going to sit in the meeting? Yoongi, nice idea. I will take Monkey to office. You just chill here. Jimin, no, you aren't taking him anywhere. Have your breakfast and go to your office before your secretary came here to take you. Yoongi, get ready in the evening. We will go out for dinner. Jimin, no need. I will prepare dinner at home. We went for dinner 2 weeks ago too. Cookie will spoil. Yoongi, okay. Time skipped in the evening. Yoongi came back home early and took Cookie with himself. Jimin was busy in preparing dinner. Yoongi brought Cookie in jewelry shop. He knew Jimin from past 5 months. He fell for him and wanted to marry him. For that, he came to buy ring for Jimin. He was confused between rings. He was showing rings to Cookie. Now they both were confused. Salesman, so sir, which ring have you chosen? Yoongi, all the rings are good, but I choose this ring and Monkey chose this one. Now we both couldn't decide. Salesman, why don't you buy both? Your lover will be so happy. Yoongi looked at Cookie. What do you say, Monkey? Cookie, ba picked the ring and about to put in his mouth. Yoongi snatched the ring from his hand. It's not for you, it's for your mama. Looked at shopkeeper. Packed both the rings. Jungkook happily drove back to home with rings. Doorbell rang and Jimin happily opened the door, but his smile dropped and he trembled backward after seeing a man who wasn't Yoongi. A man in black outfit came inside. Jimin, Hoshuk? Hoshuk, yes, Jung Hoshuk, your husband. Aren't you happy to see me? I thought you would be so happy to see me once again. Touched Jimin's hand. A flashback of their past, how Hoshuk's mom saw him performing in a show in girl costume when he was helping his friend who was sick and decided to marry him with Hoshuk. How Hoshuk kidnapped him to fulfill his mom's wish even after he told him the truth that he was a boy not girl. He forcefully married him just for his mom. How they used surrogacy to get Cookie. How after knowing the truth his mom denied to accept Cookie. How after getting Hoshuk's death news, she sold him to rival mafias to protect Hoshuk's belonging. How he ran from rival mafia's cage with Cookie. He remembered each and everything which he hid from Yoongi. Jimin yanked Hoshuk's hand. You are alive? Hoshuk pulled him in his hug. Yes, I'm alive. Now I came back. You don't need to stay in a stranger's house. I came here to take you back. Jimin teared up. Mom? Hoshuk, shh, don't cry. I came to know what mom did. She was wrong. Now I came back. You are safe with me, Jimin. Jimin hugged Hoshuk tightly. She sold me with Cookie. They put me in a cage. I somehow ran from their cage. Hoshuk, shh, don't cry. Broke the hug and cupped his face while wiping his tears. I'm back. I will take the revenge of your every tear. I won't let anyone to escape. Again hugged him tightly. Yoongi came there with Cookie and saw Hoshuk and Jimin hugging. Cookie bubbled and they broke the hug. Hoshuk looked at Jimin. Is he our son? Jimin nodded his head vigorously. He is Cookie. Hoshuk went to Yoongi. Cookie came to me. I'm your dada. Cookie yanked Hoshuk's hand and hugged Yoongi. Cookie? Yoongi, he didn't like strangers. Hoshuk forcefully snatched Cookie from Yoongi's hand. I know very well how to take by my belongings. Cookie started crying. Yoongi, you can snatch them forcefully but can never make them yours. Hoshuk looked at Ringbox and whispered in his ear. Don't forget your place. Jimin is my husband. Cookie is my son. They are only mine. I will take them back. Yoongi looked at him. No power in the world can snatch away my love and my son from me. They are only mine. Took back Cookie in his arms and he stopped crying. See, there should be love in a relationship, not force. Hoshuk smirked. Let's see. 3 lives tangled together and a baby caught in the threads of fate. One side is the past where Jimin never knew happiness, a bond forced upon him, heavy with duty and silence. The other side is love, selfless, gentle, where every breath feels like freedom. He was once sold as an object but got treated as a divine crown. Between love and duty, whom do he choose for himself and his son? What's in his destiny? To be continued. Arthur's note. That's it for today. I hope you all liked it. It was the requested story for one shot. I hope I didn't disappoint you. What do you think? Whom will Jimin choose? Hoshuk or Yoongi? Will Yoongi express his feelings to Jimin? Will Hoshuk lose Jimin and Cookie because of his mom's deed? Nobody knows what's written in their fate. Fate is very cruel. When a person finally moved on from their past and want to relive their life, past once again came to haunt them again. So many lives got tangled. It will going to be very difficult for Jimin. When you have a baby, you have to first think about the baby, then yourself. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will meet soon with next part. Till then, take care of yourself. Love you all. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share and comment. I assure you that you will never gonna regret on your decision. Thanks for watching.